Hello, 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 my beloved soul. So I just wanted to jump on really quick. I know that I haven't been around much. It's been so intense for me, energetically, really just dealing with all these energies. The new moon in Pisces that we just had on the 20th took me out. I was done. I was all the way done. I spent a lot of time over the weekends downloading a lot of light codes and energy and going through a lot of activations and healings. And when that new moon hit, it hit me like a freaking truck, tractor trailer. I got knocked all the way out. Um, the ascension symptoms that came through were like almost flu-like. I mean, I'm talking chills, body aches. Um, my head was pounding, like massive pounding. My legs were like tingling, like from the hips down, like a lot of clearing and purging in the root chakra, a lot of clearing and purging from the third eye and the crown chakra. Um, I felt like everyone in the collective was doing a massive clearing within their solar plexus, which isn't surprising because we also had these like huge solar flares coming in. Um, and with the solar flares, there's an activation and an amplification of our creativity, right? So if you're like a naturally kind of creative person, you might have been getting more ideas or thoughts or like downloads about things you want to do or bring forth into the world. Um, and but of course, because it's a dual universe, right? When all this light is coming in, guess what? We're seeing a whole lot of darkness as well. So I had to do a lot of protection around myself as well, really working with the violet flame, consciously and unconsciously. Even today, right? I'm wearing kind of like a shirt with like a violet like crystal, almost like an amethyst on. I was drawn to put my amethyst on again. Hematite, which will transmute any like negative energy and change it into something positive right away, right? Like I was really drawn to all these energies to kind of not over, but to truly protect myself, even calling in more power to protect my children. Feeling a lot of energy, vampire energy, feeling a lot of the energy vampires, right? Like trying to access my energy, trying to access what's going on with me, trying to kind of send negative energies, right? Like my way. And so really working with Archangel Zachiel and the Violet Flame, just transmuting everything, really protecting everything, calling in Archangel Michael. It's been intense, right? In a really good way because I know that with everything that I just went through on the new moon, um, my spiritual gifts are getting heightened. There's about to be new things that I can bring forth into the collective, new aspects of myself that are being reawakened. Um, Parts of myself that I'm aware of, but I haven't really like pushed forward with, because I haven't really seen how I need to push forward with, and they're kind of like, hey, no more stalling. Like it's time for you to hit the ground running. So just look out for that because I know there's going to be new things coming through for me that get to come through for all of you, obviously, as you're part of the high vibe tribe. And really shielding and protecting yourself, right, from energy vampires, from low vibrational energies, calling all your power back to you each and every single night, right? Knowing how important that is, right? I call all my power back from all people, places, and things, in all directions in time and space across all galaxies, realms, and dimensions, being mindful of your dreams and the people that are showing up in your dreams or the situations that you're being placed in, right? And what does that all mean? With these solar flares that are coming in, again, your creativity is going to be heightened, right? So if you're a writer, you might just like get these new creative blocks, finally like clearing out your way, or you might be guided to like bring forth a new type of art or whatever it is that you do, right? Your soul is going to be speaking through you. But also, fear energy is very amplified during this time. And what I've been seeing play out is a lot of one, it's been kind of mercurial. I want to say, sorry, my earring's caught in my ear. Look, I even got a freaking, even the earring that came through today that wanted to be worn, right? When I'm telling you, like, my soul was like, get all the protection, get all the protection. Um, but even fear, so one, it's been very like mercurial, right? It's been like Mercury retrograde energies going on that I've been observing within the collective. um, travel delays, issues with like financial institutions, fears, doubt, mistrust all being amplified, um, paranoias coming to the forefront, people just kind of being like heightened, right? It's like this collective fear energy is heightened. It reminds me of the energy of kind of 9/11, where everyone was kind of just like on high alert, right? And they're just like waiting for the next shoe to drop, waiting for the next shoe to drop, waiting for the next shoe to drop. It's that kind of energy going on if you're not grounded, if you're not centered, if you're not aware that, you know, fear energy is being pumped into our collective, and that you have to use your discernment as to whether or not you're going to tap into that story, or if you're going to tap into the truth and the reality that this is you're a sovereign being, a child of the divine, and that fear is just an illusion, right? It's a distortion, a delusion from the truth. God is pure love, and anything outside of that is fear, right? And so you can't have two masters, right? You can't follow God and follow love and follow the light, and also be following fear, following distortion, following um these like kind of like demonic energies. You have to choose one, right? You're not playing on a fence, right? If you're not choosing, that is a choice as well. Hate to put it to you that way. Um, so you got to choose. Are you living through faith and love, or are you living through fear and worry and doubt? And no judgments here, right? At the end of the day, it's like if we make a decision that's fear based, cool. Now we know to do better the next time, right? It's always about course correcting. Like the universe is always course correcting, right? It's always about self awareness. It's knowing that your decision isn't final and it doesn't define you as a human being, right? You're allowed to make decisions, you're allowed to make mistakes, you're allowed to course correct, and you're allowed to do better the next decision, right? You're allowed to do better. Um, the next day or the next hour or the next moment, right? Every single day, every single moment, you're allowed to course correct and kind of get back on track. And your guides and your angels are always doing that, right? They're always trying to like lead you back on track. It's about whether or not you're going to have the awareness to be like, huh, I made a left turn when I should have made a right. Let me double back and try this again, or let me see if I could make the next right and still get to my destination, right? It's like the GPS, right? No matter if you get off on the wrong exit or not, the GPS is going to correct you and lead you where all roads lead home, right? So don't be hard on yourself. Just be aware of this at this time. Um, but there's a lot of fear energy going on. And so I'm bringing that up because I want you guys just to be aware of the things that may be coming at you, the things that might be being projected outside of you, right? Is this your energy, or is this the energy of somebody else, right? Are you an observer of what's going on, or are you an active participant in all of this fuckery that's happening? Are you taking your power back? Are you calling your power back? Is there a lesson in these things for you? Right? Because there's lessons in everything. So what are you meant to learn? We learn as humans through our relationships, right? And so if there's a distorted relationship in your life, what are you meant to learn from this experience, and how is it here to serve you and to grow you, right? Like, where are you not showing up in love? Where are you not showing up in faith? Where are you not showing up um, with your pure divine light and being the best version of yourself? That's really what all of this is coming to. And then, so that new moon in Pisces, right? And Pisces is very introspective, very deep, very feeling sign, right? All the Pisces I know are so emotional. Nothing wrong with that. I love my Pisces, but they're very emotional, right? Sometimes I'll just be like, I'm an Aries, and I'm like, oh my God, stop, like, but it's deep, deep, and they're very intuitive, right? And today the 222 portal is open, right? So we got the two amplified three times, and twos are about duality, relationships, partnerships, introspection. The invertedness is the high priestess in the tarot, right? And she's all about doing the work within, right? She has um the book of knowledge in her lap, in the original tarot deck, and that's all about doing the deep work within, right? She's the keeper of secrets, the keeper of the inner knowledge, the deeper truths of the universe. So this is really a great day to go inside, right? Really a great day to do like if you do any divination, to do a divination for yourself, right? Or to get a reading done, right? Whether you're working with, ruins or cards or stones or crystals, whatever it is, connecting with your crystals, really getting outside into nature if you can. If you can't get outside, bring nature into your house, right? Listen to some shamanic drums or some binaural beats, or to, like, I have the ocean playing in the background, right? Because I just love the sound of the ocean. I'm so connected to beaches. Um, but whatever you can do to really go inside and do some of that deep inner work, paying attention to your dreams. I've had coming up in my dream realm, some people that I don't like have a relationship with anymore. And I could feel, their energy around me. I can feel their energy trying to reach out, trying to connect, whether it's to me or to my children or whatever. So shielding, protecting myself, shielding and protecting my children, shielding and protecting my space and all the things that we're going through, and understanding the areas where those relationships dissolve for a reason, right? Lessons that I needed to learn, forgiveness that needs to be happen, growth that needed to grow. There's no hard feelings. Everyone, God sends us nothing but angels, right? And so we're here to learn and to grow and to evolve. It's a matter of how you're looking at that relationship. How is it playing out for you? Are you the victim in this? Are you feeling attacked? Are you feeling um victimized and weaker and disempowered? And if so, how can you call your energy back to you? How can you get your power back to you? How can you take this and learn the lesson and say, what do I need to see here? Right? Come, Holy Spirit, come. Show me the blind spots. Show me what I'm meant to learn in the situation so I can grow through it, so I can move past it, so I can be the better person. I tell you guys all the time, and I'll say it again, I really suggest journaling. It will lead you to your inner truth, right? Sit down at your computer if you have an online journal, or sit down at your freaking desk, wherever you write, wherever you do it, and get a pen and paper or pencil and paper and start writing shit down and just pouring your soul out onto this paper. It's going to give you clarity. It's going to lead you to the deeper truths and some understandings. It's going to release from your body the things that are no longer serving you, so you're not carrying that around, right? I've had come into my awareness in the past couple of days a lot of people dealing with fear energy and issues and angst and anxieties. And I've had to shift perspectives, or had to offer perspectives that were able to give them shifts in perspectives, right? And how about you look at it this way, or what about this scenario, or what are they trying to tell you there, or is this a cry for help? Like, so many of us are showing up in this world as broken children still, even in our adult bodies. And so sometimes the way things are playing out is a scared, weak child that just needs a little bit more love, that just needs a little bit more understanding, that just needs a little bit more compassion, right? Because they're crying out for help. They're feeling weak. They're feeling scared. It doesn't matter how it looks externally. I'm talking about internally what's going on, because a person can look good but not be a good look. I said that 1,000 times and I'll say it again. Just because a person looks good doesn't mean they're a good look. A lot of people look good on the outside because they don't want to deal with what's going on the inside, right? And so we have to go within and really dive deep. How am I showing up? How am I being responsible or irresponsible with my time, with my resources, with my relationships, right? The abundance that we have available to us isn't just a financial thing, right? It's spiritual abundance. It's mental, abundance, right? Having a clear and brilliant mind and tapping into divine intelligence, right? It's emotional abundance and having emotionally mature, showing up in the world emotionally mature, and having emotionally mature people as a reflection in around you, right? Within your own inner tribe. Harmonious relationships, right? That's also a form of abundance, right? Love in its purest form. That's the unconditional love from the universe, but also the love that we're giving and the love that we are and the love that we get to express in this world, right? So, how is all of that coming through for you? So, this portal today is bringing in some deep energies of introspection. It's giving you a time to really bring things into balance, right? To know that although this is a dual universe and we have a lot of light energy coming in, to be awareness of the dark energy that's coming forth so that it can come up to be transmuted. I highly suggest, outside of journaling, call upon Archangel Zadkiel to work with the violet flame today, and so that can transmute and alchemize any negative or low vibrational energies, and it'll transmute it immediately to unconditional love or above, right? And shielding and protecting yourself in it, because any energy that doesn't want to be transmuted to love, guess what? It gets to go right back to its sender, harming none in return, right? So it's either send it right back to the person it came from, right? No harm, no foul. It's not your energy. You're just sending it back to where it started, or it gets to be transmuted into complete unconditional love or above if it's going to be within your energetic field, right? But you have the choice and you have to make that choice and you have to stand with it, right? It's your energy, it's your world. You got free will. I'm just putting the energy out there. So I'm just going to pull a couple of cards really quickly. I wasn't even going to pull any cards, but I feel like today we just need to kind of tap in, really connect with the the divine. I saw 333 on my way in today. So the ascended masters are here with us, right? Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Mary, John the Baptist, Buddha, Mother Teresa, all of them. So thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. What do you want the collective to know on this beautiful day? And trust in feeling your body, right? Again, I wanted to jump on here for the new moon in Pisces, and I couldn't do it. Like, I physically could not do it. I physically almost couldn't really even, like, do my kids. Like, they were just, like, so worried about me because they're just like, what is wrong? Like, you never lay down, you don't take naps. Why is your head hurting? They were freaking out. And I'm like, it's just ascension symptoms. Just give mommy some time. She's just gotta, download and alchemize whatever it is that's coming through for me. Just didn't know what was happening. I just knew I just had to honor my body, right? And I suggest to you guys all the time to hydrate, but guess what? I didn't do that day. I didn't freaking hydrate, right? And so it wasn't until I got some water in my body that I finally was able to start functioning again. And I was like, dummy, hydrate yourselves, so, note to self, hydrate yourselves. Oh, I love this. Archangel Michael coming in, right? The protector, the warrior of heaven, the I am presence. So calling, look at all the violet energy coming in. I love that. I love it. We got freaking violet everywhere today. Okay? Like, if you can, put some fucking purple on. But the I am presence. Two of the most powerful words in our existence, right? Because what you say after that becomes a reality. So are you saying I am sick or I am well? Are you saying that I am broke or I am wealthy, right? Speak life over yourself. I am protected. I am guarded. I am guided. I am divine. I am sovereign. I am the light. I am blessed. I am holy. I am pure. I am loved. I am valuable. I am worthy. I am deserving, right? I am extraordinary. Speak your truth. Speak your truth and call upon Archangel Michael if you're not feeling safe, right? He is the warrior of heaven. He will show up in 5 seconds to protect you, literally, probably less than that. Archangel Metatron, I love it. Look at this. The Akashic Records, right? So holding that inner truth, those inner knowings. For some of you, you may be connecting with your Akashic records. Maybe you want to get an Akashic reading. I do it. You can always check it out on my website, theenlighteneddaughter.com. But this is also about just tapping into that inner truth and inner knowledge, knowing that everything that you need to know is lying within you, right? And calling upon the divine for divine wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to come into your world, giving you access to it, right? Again, today 222, right? Two, the high priestess, introspection, inner knowledge, inner secrets, inner knowings, inner wisdom, right? All coming forth today, and Archangel Metatron helping to guide you in all of that. That's really beautiful. And Archangel Metatron is one of the few angels that was actually a human first and then became an angel, right? An archangel. And then bottom of the deck, Archangel Zaphiel, right? Not Zachiel that I was talking about earlier, but Zaphiel, right? The energy of compassion. Look at all this red energy. I told you there was a big, huge clearing in the root chakra on Monday for me. But the energy of compassion, and compassion is the cousin of empathy, right? So we want to have compassion for people. We want to see what people are growing through and then hold space for them, right? See what people are growing through, not going through. Nothing is happening to us, everything is happening for us. See what people are growing through and then hold space for them as they're doing their healing, as they're doing their inner work, as they're recognizing or trying to recognize the things that they're supposed to be learning in this life by their relationships, by their external circumstances, right? Because as within, so without. So whatever's going on within you is actually going to be happening without you. So what do you need to learn, and see in all of that? Okay. Mm, yeah, I can feel this transformation happening. Deep. Look, more of this beautiful violet color. So a lot of alchemizing is going on at this time, right? Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. When I tell you I got my ass rocked on motherfucking Monday. I got rocked. And I knew what was happening. Like, I knew my body needed to go through this, to heal it, to transmute it. It literally physically hurt. It physically hurt. Like, I was just like, oh my God, like, why is this pain so hard? But I also knew that I was going to come out of this transformed and elevated and in a new light, right? And so here I am. Like, I feel it like it was like nothing, but I know within there's all the stuff that's going to start happening without, and I've already started feeling and seeing the transformations, right? And it's super deep and super delicious. Unbound, yeah, a lot of healing, a lot of clearing going on, guys. I get it. That's all I got. I get it. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives, right? As I was looking at my dream states and the things that were coming in and the people that were coming in and the relationships, like I said, that have been dissolved, right? A lot of those things are being cleared and healed at a spiritual level, right? And so, although I may not have contact with these people in the 3D realm, a lot of that healing, a lot of those lessons, a lot of that forgiveness, a lot of that deep inner understanding, right, was happening at a soul level, right? So my higher selves and their higher selves were working everything out, having us both understand on each side what it was we needed to learn throughout those relationships and how we can release them for learning, for growth, for elevation, right? Forgiveness, compassion, empathy, growing, evolution, ascension, all of it, right? And as we're releasing the things that are weighing us down, guess what? We get to rise above, right? The light, you see how the light of the moon is shining there, right? The light is being amplified so that we could see what we were missing in the darkness so that we can take it to the next level, right? And so it's a gift. These things are always a gift. Gotta love it. Priestess coming through on the Woke Wednesday, right? And what did I say? Today's the 222 portal, right? High Priestess energy. Here you are, right? It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. This is you and your high priestess energy tapping into your deep inner knowings, right? Your inner knowledge, your inner understandings, right? Again, you call upon the divine for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. God gives to us all equally, but you have to ask, right? Ask to understand, ask for the wisdom, ask for knowledge, ask for understanding, ask for um, the fortitude to keep going, for strength, for courage, all of it, right? How are you being called to step up and lead? I wasn't even asking this question out loud. I think my soul was just kind of like, it's time for you to do more. And I was kind of like, okay, like what does that mean? And then I got like three very clear messages, the same message, but three very clear messages that it's time for me to really step up in a much more powerful way. And I'm like, okay, so there's going to be some transformations going, which is why I haven't really been on YouTube too much because I just really need to sort through and to figure out what that means for all of you, right? I don't want to just be putting content out for the sake of putting content out. I really want to be guided and directed to connect with you guys. Today was one of those really powerful days, right? So how are you being called to step up and lead? What is coming through you at this time for you to better serve humanity and yourself, right? We all are a part of the greater whole. And so our dreams, our goals, our desires are also a part of this greater thing, right? But it starts with us being compassionate and joyful and looking at what's going on around us. You know what I mean? Because it's a reflection of what's going on internally within the collective and how can we help to shift those energies? All right? What is your gift and how can you use it? And it may not be like some you know, a YouTube channel or doing divination, whatever it is. Like your gift may be that you're a teacher, that you're a teacher or um a writer or a cook or whatever it may be. Okay? Just tap into it and see. Maybe you have a multitude of gifts and that could be your issue, right? You could be a little concerned with that. And so it's a matter of asking the divine which gift which gift should I focus on at this time that will best help serve the collective right now, that will lead me to my highest and greatest good right now. It doesn't mean that that won't change along the way, or that other things won't be added to you, or grown through you, or whatever. It just means that maybe you just need to start with something, right? Be a master at one thing before you start to do the next thing, instead of trying to do 10 things at once, right? And then having nothing work. No, get one thing down, solid, secure, and then move on to the next, and then move on to the next, and then move on to the next, while those other things have momentum building behind them, and they're kind of just working themselves out. Okay. Sorry, I just heard my phone going off. Make sure it don't start ringing. 1 second. Got kids, I gotta always check my phone. All right, men talking, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Here you are. Light workers, way showers, witches, warlocks, divine feminines, divine masculines, twin flames, crystals, indigos, star seeds, 144,000, however you're choosing to show up, right? And it can sometimes feel like a very lonely road. All this water energy, right? As we're in this Piscean energy, a lot of deep emotion coming in. Allow yourself to feel it, honor it. There's nothing wrong with your emotions. Your emotions are your GPS to your soul, right? To show where you're in balance and where you're not. Honor your emotions. Feel deeply, right? That's the gift of the high priestess. She taps into her emotions and she feels deeply. She goes within and she honors it. And so the things that are coming up for transmutation and alchemizing are there to lead you to your highest and greatest good. What are you feeling at this time? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling joyous? Are you feeling loved? Are you feeling blissful? Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you feeling lack? Are you feeling um unworthy? Are you feeling undeserving? Are you feeling fat? Are you feeling thin? Are you feeling beautiful? Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling ugly? Are you feeling, confident? Like, what are you feeling, and honor it? And know that for many of your old souls watching this, right? And you've been doing this work for a long time. And I know sometimes when we like reawaken, it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like I'm starting to remember. You kind of like want to pull everyone on the path with you and kind of like save the world. But this isn't about you being like, dun, 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 like putting a cape on and like doing this for everyone. This is you knowing that this deep inner work, that you are here as a pillar of light, and that is the work, right? You shine your light, you ground it in, you anchor it in, and then you allow your life to be a reflection of that for other people, and they will see it. And for some of you, like me, we're out here doing the conscious work, working with other light workers and way showers and leading the pathway, and that's going to be your path. But it doesn't have to mean that your path is necessarily one that is quote unquote spiritually based, right? Again, maybe your job is to be a bus driver, right? And you contribute because you bring your light to the world. And so when many people are frustrated with transportations, right, they get to see you and your joyous energy, and you bring them peace and you bring them calm. And the energy on the bus is very different from the rest of their transportation that day, right? Maybe your job is that of a chef, right? And so you're cooking and you're cooking with love. And so that brings people warmth and comfort and nourishment, and they love to be in your restaurant, and they love to have your food because it makes them feel good. It reminds them of home. It's a safe space, right? Maybe you're a yogi teacher, right? And you're teaching people to really get in touch with their energy and their body, and to feel good, and that what they're doing is just perfect, and to move their bodies in ways that they didn't know before. Maybe your gift is that of a musician, right? And you're writing songs that are embedded and encoded with beautiful light codes and metaphysics, and you're having people see the world a little bit differently and look at their lives a little differently, and you're opening up your heart, and you're being very vulnerable and authentic about your own pathway and the struggles of your own inner child, and that is a guiding light to other people, right? Whatever it is, because we're all here on different soul paths and we have different messages. Your message is perfect because it's coming through from you, and you've been doing this for a long time. And so you have all of this experience from this lifetime and all of your past lives coming through and helping you to share this message, right? So it's time to open up and just allow your light to serve, right? Allow your light to just shine through. I have been doing this work and I know it in my soul for a long time. And I feel like probably every lifetime I was doing some type of spiritual work, right? I feel like many of them have been like nuns or priestesses and temples, which is why like I've had so many struggles with finances in this lifetime, right? Because I'm used to just things being taken care of because I was doing God's work and everything else is being taken care of. And in this lifetime, it's like I'm learning how to have that balance with both, how to have the financial and the spiritual abundance and to feel okay with it, right? And that's been part of my life lesson, part of my pathway in this lifetime, right? Which has been super, um, it was super challenging, but now I find it very thrilling and enticing because it's teaching me a lot, right? And it's helping me to grow and it's helping me to get to the next level of my own ascension, right? Bringing that into balance, knowing that it is safe to be materially abundant as well as spiritually abundant, right? So, what are your lessons and what are you working through in this lifetime? But know that it's okay. Know that you're not alone, right? You got a whole bunch of brothers and sisters here on this planet doing the work with you, okay? All right, get a final message from the Gateway Oracle, and I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you, angels. Thank you, guys. And I went from being like, I'm not gonna pull any cards to go into 3 decks. Mending bridges. Look at that dual energy. It's a 2-day, right? Partnerships, relationships, duality, right? The masculine, the feminine coming into balance, right? So this is mending the bridges sometimes externally with the people around us. Like I said, we heal through our relationships, but also the relationship with yourself. How can you heal your divine masculine and your divine feminine within you, right? How can you bring balance to your inner and your outer world? Because as above, so below, as within, so without, right? How can you love your inner child so that your outer adult can really function in this world as a high functioning, beautiful, sovereign being that you were meant to be, right? I heal rifts, I am a mender. Sometimes it's just a brokenness within ourselves that needs to be stitched up, right? Like a torn tapestry. And we just need to get the little stitching of love to bring it all back together. Okay? So use this energy today. Again, two energy, dualism, partnerships, relationships, introspection, right? All of that coming in and it's amplified 3 times today on this 222 day, right? It's amplified 3 times. Plus, we're in a 7 universal year, so you have all that beautiful God energy within you really being amplified. So let this energy bless you, right? Let it heal you, let it grow you. They're showing me some of you are walking across the bridge from like the 3D to like the 4D, and some of you 4D to 5D. But it's like you're on the bridge and you've almost been scared to keep going. And so they're just saying it's safe to keep going. Like it's safe for you to keep going to the other side. It's safe for you to walk that path. It's safe for you to go to the unknown. This is a path of faith. Wow. Yeah. My head just started pounding. So, ugh. So for some of you, your spiritual gifts, your activations, your abundance, your love, everything that you want is on the other side of that bridge, but it's time for you to walk across it. It's time for you to let the luggage down, the baggage down of fear and doubt and worry, and to have the faith to just keep moving forward. You're not going to be shown clearly what's on the other side of the bridge. You have a feeling, you have a knowing you're being pulled across it, but you're not going to see it clearly because you're not meant to see clearly. You're meant to have faith and to just keep walking. And so, again, like I said at the beginning of this message, you have a choice. You're either going to be honoring and following faith or fear, but you can't do both. You've been on the bridge long enough, right? It's like sitting on the fence. You've done it long enough. You have to make a decision, all right? You're either going to choose this 3D world with the illusions and the delusions and the fears and the doubts and the lack and the poverty and the unworthiness that comes with it, or you're going to choose the higher realms, right? The 5D, where you have peace and harmonious relationships and love and joy and abundance and fulfillment and divine health and unconditional love and and bliss, right? And stability and security and sanity, right? But you have to get off the fence. It's time for you to walk across the bridge and know that you're never alone, right? Your guides are with you, the angels, the ancestors, all of them are there cheering you on, and leading you. Your guardian angel will hold your hand this entire way. Just walk across the bridge and know that you're being safeguarded and protected the entire way. All right? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me see. Ugh, look. Sorry. Bottom of the deck. Walk through the doorway. I can't. Like, I just can't. I was just guided to look at it. I step into the future with an open heart. You don't have to be scared about what's on the other side of that bridge. You don't. I'm going to leave it there for real this time. I love you. God loves you. Angels surround you. And I will see you soon, my beloveds. Later.